This we had already covered in your first term because it was sent earlier also by the centralized team, so we had covered it. But since it's been a long time, we did it in July. So I think you people might have forgotten it. So let's just revise this chapter. I'll just tell you in brief, or I can ask anyone to summarize. If you're not able to, then I'll help you out. So I'll just tell you about the author. It's written by Selma Lagerlöf, who was born in Sweden, and in 1909 she became the first woman writer and the first Swede to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. This story, it is entertaining as well as philosophical, and you know the philosophical idea that is behind this story, which is shared by the rat trap peddler. So it talks about economic, this particular chapter, the rat trap, it talks about the economic fallout of industrialization in Sweden. On one hand, it talks about the economic fallout, and on the other hand, it talks about the need to have compassion, the need to have understanding in order to awaken the essential goodness in human being. So, who is the protagonist of the story? You will raise your hands or you can just type the answer. Who is the protagonist of the story? Who's the main character? Who is the protagonist? The tram, yes, the rat trap peddler. And yes, very good. So he is the protagonist, and he moves around selling rat traps. He moves, and he's most of the times he's lonely, and he is not able to make a good living also out of selling these rat traps. So when he's left to his own meditations, what does he do one day? One day, because he's lonely and he keeps on plodding on. Yes, Akashita, you can respond. Yes, very good. So just like that rat trap offers cheek and poke, he feels that the entire world also offers baits for people, and you are, the luxuries, the comfort, these all are different kinds of baits. And as soon as you get tempted towards them and you reach them, the trap closes in on you, and that is the end of you. Okay, so and one day what happens, one evening he knocked at the, because he doesn't have a home of his own, so he used to take shelter here and there. So one day what does he do? He knocks at the door of a grey cottage and he's welcomed by an old crofter who lived there. So the crofter made him very comfortable. He offered him food, he offered him drink and tobacco. What else did he share with the vagabond? What else? Somebody else. See, we had done this chapter and I did it with all of you, all those who attended the online class. And I had even shared videos and all. And the yes, he shared his confidential information. And what was that confidential information? The man had no wife, the man had no children, he was living alone. So he shared his, he played a game of cards with him and he showed him the money that was earned by his cow. Yes, very good. So he showed him the savings that he had kept hanging on in a leather pouch. Okay, and what all was there in that leather pouch? There were three wrinkled 10 kroner, yes, 30 kroners. There were three wrinkled 10 kroner notes. Yes, very good. So, and why did he show him? Because he felt that the peddler was not, did not believe him. Okay, so in order to, make him believe, and he showed him those 30 kroners. So what happened the following day? The farmer, he bid the peddler goodbye, but and they both went at the same time. But the peddler did return after within half an hour. And what did he do after returning? Yes, Tushita, you're right. He stole the money. He just yes, very good. So but then he had no courage to use the public highway. Why did he have no courage to use the public highway? Because he felt that he would be easily caught there. So he took to the forest and he soon got lost. He lost his way and finally he reached when he has lost all his strength and he felt that he was about to die. And he thought of the forest also. He felt that even the forest was like a trap. How did he compare the forest to a trap? How did he compare? Why is it that I always have Akarshita? Sometimes I start feeling that I teach only one or two students, Akarshita, Tushita, Aryan, and just one or two more. What about the others? This is a story and you don't forget stories so easily. Yes, Aryan. Yes, very good. So he felt that the entire he was going around the same and same place area again and again. Yes, good. So he was not able to go out, and he felt that the entire forest was like an impenetrable prison, an impenetrable trap from which he could not escape. Okay, so but then luckily he found an iron mill. He heard some thumping sounds, and he reached the iron mill. So the blacksmiths that were there, those who were working there, they didn't show any enthusiasm, and in him, and but they just allowed him to stay there because such kind of people used to come in winters. Was the month of December. It was Christmas Eve. So they used to come there to take shelter. And but later on, the iron master came there. And why did the iron master, the owner of that mill, come there? Why did he come there? What was the reason for the iron master to come there? Yes, inspection, because he used to take nightly rounds of inspection, because he was very well known in the market, and he felt that it was his duty to supply best quality iron to the market. So and the iron master mistook him for somebody. What did he mistake him for? Yes, the Iron Master mistook Captain Neil Zoroff. He mistook him to be one of his old friends. Who had he recognized him as Neil Zoroff, and he felt that he was his old regimental comrade, and he was very sad to see his deplorable condition, and he invited him home. But the peddler did not reveal his identity. He did not undeceive him, but because he thought that he might get some money uh, from him as a kind of a help that would be offered by the Iron Master. And but he did not feel like going home, uh, going to his home. What was the reason? Why did he not? Even though he was very happy that yes, he felt that he would be trapped. It would be like inviting. Him inviting danger for himself. So he felt that he would not go to his place, to the manor house. But he got convinced. By whom did he get convinced? By Edla Wilmotson. Yes, he got convinced by the reassurance given by Edla, and by the compassionate nature of generosity of Edla, and the kind of her behavior, her voice, those things, they developed a kind of confidence in him. So he went along with her to their house. And what happened the following day? The following day, after the bath and after the change of dress, what was revealed? After shave, after bath, and after the change of dress, what truth came out? We have around 35 students, and only 3 are responding. What about the others? Yes, that yes, the Iron Master, the truth was revealed that this was not the same person which the Iron Master thought him to be. So he recognized his mistake, and the peddler pleaded his innocence. He said that I had not tried to deceive you. And when the Iron Master said that he's going to call the police, so he he repeated the same philosophical idea that he had, and he said that one day, a day would come that you would also be trapped towards a bait, and that would be the end of you. The Iron Master started laughing, and it was on the intervention of whom? Of Edla, that her father let him stay there. Okay, so because she felt that it would be injustice to him. Why did she feel so? Why did Edla feel that it would be injustice to the peddler? Yes, yes, Akarshita. Why was it so? Why did she feel so? Yes, very good. So it was on the eve, if they had invited him on the eve of Christmas, then how could they let him go? And she was feeling so happy that she would get a chance to serve him. You know, a poor person who had no home, and she would make him feel comfortable, make him feel peaceful, and she wanted to offer him food, good food. So, and therefore she felt that it was wrong, it would be wrong on their part, and therefore she interceded for him and intervened and requested her father to let him stay there. And even she even said that the dress, the next day she even said that the dress, coat, and this kind of suit that he was wearing that belonged to the iron master, her father wanted that he should keep it as a Christmas present. So the stranger, this person, the tramp, the vagabond, he was, you know, dumbfounded. He couldn't understand why this lady, why this girl was being so compassionate, so generous towards him, because he had never received such kind of mercy, such kind of compassion from anyone. Okay, so the next day, he what did he do? Almost the entire day, he just spent by sleeping, and he had to be, yes, very good, he had to be aroused whenever they were going to have their supper, whenever they were going to have their Christmas festivities. He was aroused only for that reason. And he spent the night also very peacefully. And she even said that whenever he wanted to come there, he was always welcome, and he could even come to spend the next Christmas with them. So again, he could not understand why this girl, he could not believe why this girl was being so generous towards him. And the next morning, he was sleeping, and the girl and her father, they went to church because it was Christmas day. And at church, they learned something. What was it that they learned? What was it that they learned at the church? That this person whom they had given shelter was a thief, and he had robbed a poor crofter who had worked at their iron mills years back, and he had stolen his money. And yes, 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 Ishita. So they returned home. They were very alarmed, and even the father taunted the girl that what a fine fellow she had given shelter to, and they felt that they would repeat the same. And Adra was feeling very embarrassed, and and both of them felt that he might have repeated the same thing at their home too. But when they reached home, they found something. They found a packet, and he had not taken away anything, but instead he had left a packet, and it was kind of a gift that he wanted to give Edla. And this is what he had told their servant. And the gift was a rat trap. And also along with it, there was something else. What was it along with the rat trap? There was money, and there was a note. And in the note, he thanked, there was an emotional letter. And in that letter, he had written that since they had raised him to the a position of a what? Captain. So he wanted to behave like a captain, and that is why he had thanked her, and he had repented for his guilt of stealing the money. And he returned those 30 kroners, and he wanted Edla to return them back to the rightful owner, that was the old crofter. So it was Edla's generosity, it was Edla's compassion that changed the peddler entirely, his life entirely. So he thanked Edla for giving him a second chance and for helping him out. And he signed himself as Captain Von Star. So it is that is why the underlying theme is the need of compassion, the need of understanding, the need of kindness and generosity to awaken the essential goodness because there is an inherent goodness in every human being. It is just we just need to awaken it, we just need to arouse it through our understanding, through our compassion, and through our generosity. Got it? Yes or no? अगेन आकर्षिता एंड ऋषिता, बाकी सबको कुछ नहीं समझ में आया? ये हमने सिर्फ रिवाइज किया चैप्टर, क्योंकि ये पूरा चैप्टर लाइन बाय लाइन आई हैड एक्सप्लेन्ड इट. ठीक है, हमने ये लाइन बाय लाइन डिस्कस किया हुआ है अर्लियर. हमने ये फर्स्ट टर्म में ही कर लिया था क्योंकि okay, so it's main characters. We'll just talk about the main characters. Question answers we've already done. So I would just give you a few extra questions. You know, Peddler. So there's certain important points about him, that he's the protagonist. He's the central character of the story. He is an unnamed man who lives as a tramp, wandering the countryside and selling rat traps. As he does not make enough money from this to survive, He also engages in petty thievery and okay. And what are the various characteristics of the peddler? He's vagabond, he's thief, he's beggar, he's witty. How do you know that he's witty? Give an example of his wit. Can anyone just give an example of his wit? Yes, and even his the way he presented the philosophical idea in front of the Iron Master, that also can be included as an example of his wit. At the time when he was caught and he was about to be thrown and about to be handed over to the police. And what do you mean by pragmatist? What is pragmatist? Yes, Ishita. He was very practical. He was very practical minded. Okay, so yes, he knew it that it could be like a trap for him, so that is why he said no when he was invited by the Iron Master. Okay, Edla Wilkinson. Edla is the daughter of the Iron Master. She is described as not at all pretty but modest and quite shy. She is exceptionally kind, and she convinces the peddler to come to her house and then convinces her father also to let the peddler stay for Christmas Eve. She is the most positive figure in the story, and her compassion and her generosity are the reasons for the reformation, for the transformation of the peddler. And what are her characteristics? She was kind, she was compassionate, she was friendly, very charming, modest, shy, persuasive. She had a great convincing power, unlike her father. She was very sensitive, understanding, hospitable. She wanted to give him good food. She wanted to make him peaceful and comfortable. So all these traits show that she was very hospitable and she was very honest and innocent too. Okay, so all the characteristics that are given here, they justify her character. Iron Master, the man who owns Ramso Iron Works, he is a very prominent iron master. He steps by at his forge every day and every night to watch the work and inspects the quality of his products. In his younger days, he was in the military, so he mistakes the peddler for his old regimental comrade, Captain Wonstal. Characteristics of Iron Master, he was very greedy. How do you know that he was greedy? Can we say that he was greedy? This characteristic is not very much visible in him. Greed, it is better that if you omit this, and you can say that he was cautious. And how do you know that he was cautious? Cautious भी नहीं, suspicious आप कह सकते हो, suspicious तो है. Unkind also, the moment he realized, unkind तो आप लिख सकते हो, because the moment he realized that this was not his friend, that person was not his friend, and he had mistaken him for his friend, and that person was somebody else, he wanted to even hand him over to the police. Okay, so he was hospitable. Yes, he invited him home and he wanted to, and he agreed when his daughter intervened and interceded for the peddler. He agreed to keep him home and let him enjoy the Christmas festivities. The crofter is an old man who lets the peddler spend the night at his house. As the old man is lonely, he's glad to have a company and provides the peddler with food, tobacco, and conversation. He's a very kind and generous old man, but the peddler repays his generosity by stealing 30 kroners for him. Okay, and he's lonely, happy, friendly, generous, hospitable, and gullible. What is gullible? We had discussed it when we did this chapter in detail a few moments ago. Who easily trusts other people. Okay, that is gullible. So he is definitely a gullible man. Okay, summary, we've already done it, we've already discussed it. I'll just read it out once for you. Deals with a peddler who sells rat traps, a wire that he begged for and had stolen. He's a vagabond. He has no home to live in and many times no food to eat also. Life is very difficult for him. One day it occurs to him that the entire world is a rat trap and shelter. Food, clothing, and comforts, all these are like baits to entrap people. This idea amuses him and leaves him satisfied as he's deprived of all these things because he's never welcomed by anyone and he feels that the world has not treated him well. So, this idea he finds it very entertaining. One winter evening, the peddler, on his rounds, he finds a cottage by the roadside. In order to ask for the night shelter, he knocks at the door. He's surprised to get a warm welcome from the host. He is offered not only shelter but food and tobacco also. And the crofter entertains him with a game and shares with him the secret of his earning of 30 kroners, which he has collected by selling milk. he said that his that Bossy is extraordinary. That Bossy is refers to his cow. The next day, when they both leave the house, the peddler comes back and steals the money. He decides to walk through the woods instead of taking the road so as to avoid being caught. But as the night falls, he loses his way in the forest. He's completely exhausted, he's hungry, and he feels very cold. He then realizes that he's probably walking around the same spot again and again. At this point, he's reminded of the rat trap, and he begins to feel that the dark forest, with its trees, trunks, branches, and everything, is like a rat trap in which he is caught, having been lured by the 30 kroners that he had stolen. Fortunately enough, the peddler hears the sound of hammer strokes from an iron mill. Following the sound, he reaches Ramso Iron Works. He sleeps near the furnace. The owner of the mill mistakes him for his old regimental comrade, Niels Olof. He invites him to his house, which he refuses. But when the ironmaster's daughter, Edla Wilmanson, persuades him to come along with her to their home and spend the Christmas Eve with him, he agrees for the same. The peddler is given proper food and comfort at the ironmaster's house. Though Edla is not convinced that a captain from the army can fall to such a sorry state, her father says that after a bath and change of clothes, he will emerge polished as a captain. So the moment Edla had seen him while he was resting at the forge also, she felt that this person, maybe either he had stolen something or he had run away, he had just run away from jail. This was the first feeling that she had when she saw the peddler. But on the contrary, and even when she came home, she even spoke about this to her father, that there was nothing about him that showed that he was once in the army. But on the contrary, when the tramp is given a bath and he is shaved the next morning, what happens? The ironmaster realizes his mistake. He finds that the peddler is not his old comrade. At this point, Edla allows him to stay and spend Christmas with him. The next morning, Edla and her father learned in the church that a tramp has robbed a crofter and apprehended that this is the same man. They think that he would have taken away all their silver, but when they reach home, they find that nothing has been stolen, the tramp is already gone, and he's left a rat trap as a Christmas present for Edla, along with a note and 30 kroners. And in his note, he had requested that the stolen money was to be returned to the rightful owner, and he even told Edla that having been treated with so much of dignity and respect and having had his status elevated to that of a captain, he felt that he could not embarrass them, and he signed himself as Captain Von Stahl. Okay, so the main theme is that this was the underlying, the main theme kya hai, that most human beings are prone to fall into the trap of material benefit. However, every human being has an essential goodness that can be awakened through understanding and love. A human being has the tendency to redeem himself from the dishonest ways. Human kindness, this rat trap is a short, almost fairy tale kind of a story that centers around the transforming power of human kindness. An unnamed peddler of rat traps goes from seeming the world as one big rat trap and engaging in robbery to returning his stolen money and proclaiming himself free. ठीक है, तो कहाँ से कैसे ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन हुई? इनिशियली ही रॉब्ड द क्रॉफ्टर, ही यूज्ड टू बेग, ही यूज्ड टू resort to petty thievery also, and he robbed also a poor crofter who had been so kind to him. But then he goes on to return his money and also proclaimed himself free. So that he was totally reformed and transformed because of kindness. All as a result of experiencing true kindness and generosity from Edla Wilmanson on Christmas Eve. By showing the peddler's potential for positive change, Swedish writer Selma Lagerlöf expresses a belief that there is a core of goodness in every human being, and this goodness can be unlocked through compassion and kindness. Okay, trust versus cynicism. This can also be one of the themes. As the rat trap begins, the homeless peddler is defined by his rat trap philosophy of life, that the world is nothing but a big rat trap that offers bait in the form of luxuries and pleasures and then ensnare. Ensnare का मतलब क्या होता है बेटा? What is ensnare? Bait is in the form of luxuries and pleasures and then ensnares and ruins anyone. Ensnare means हमने ये सारा चैप्टर में यही पढ़ा है. Ensnare. What do you mean by ensnare? Like a trap, and ruins anyone who reaches for this bait. This is a fundamentally cynical worldview, and one that the story ultimately undercuts by showing its limitations and offering an alternate philosophy. Though life can be harsh and cruel at times, Selma Lagerlöf suggests that being wholly cynical only leads one to isolation, immorality, and unhappiness. Instead, the story advocates for a more trusting worldview. ठीक है, जो worldview rat trap peddler का था, that is more of a cynical worldview. So it moves on to a more trusting worldview, one that takes human kindness into account and can build community between people. Okay, so loneliness and companionship ये आपको पता ही है, ठीक है, like how he was reformed, basic need of companionship and community, and shows the negative effects of loneliness, whether as a result of poverty, cynicism, or unkindness. At the start of the story, he leads an incredibly lonely existence, and this affects him in extremely negative ways, causing him unhappiness and bitterness, and driving him to steal from and also to lie to others. Through his transformative interactions with the old man, the Iron Master, and Edla Wilmington, however, the story shows what the importance of what? Companionship, and also suggests that a society should bring people together rather than isolating them or turning them against each other. That is all about this chapter. And okay, then just have a nice day, all of you, and I'll send you an assignment, a small one that you can complete and submit timely. Okay. Okay, goodbye.